Hey, Craig Johnson here. Ask the Loan Dude. Wanted to bring you something that I absolutely think is one of the best things that I've ever seen in my 27 years of doing home loans. And that is transparency, a look underneath the hood on how loans are put together. You as a consumer, as a realtor, can definitely see what is behind the scenes. Most people will look on Zillow and Trulia, Redfin, those places to look at for homes, which is totally great. That's why they're there. But once you get to that stage and maybe you find something that is attractive, and those calculators don't do any justice to being able to figure out what an actual, not only payment would be, but what the cost of getting the home loan would be. They just don't do what mortgage companies do. And it amazes me that there aren't more mortgage companies that allow you as a consumer or realtor to drive the car. Well, Canopy Mortgage, that's exactly what we have built the platform on. Yes, we're here to advise, coach, and make sure that you have a great experience, there is no doubt. But it also allows you to have control over the journey. Because at the end of the day, this is your money. It's not my money, it's not Canopy's money, this is your money. So you should have all hands on deck to be able to make sure that your confidence level as you move forward is at the highest that it should be. So this platform will allow you to do that. So let's dive right in. This is my website. So if you just type in Ask the Loan Dude, ASK, theloandude.com, asktheloandude.com, it will bring you here. And it's really as simple as once you get to this stage, you're going to click on today's rates. And it will bring up a calculator that will allow you to plug in information and then absolutely give you all kinds of options, right? So in this case, it will do purchase and refinance. It does both. We are doing a $500,000 purchase price. In this case, put in anything. So let's say you found something on Zillow. You want to get a feel of what that might look like. Jump into this. This will break it down, as you'll see, all kinds of ways. The down payment, you choose 3%, 3.5%, 5%, 20%, 30%, whatever that is. It'll calculate the loan amount. Waive escrow fees, or waive escrow. That is the property taxes, homeowners insurance. I would say 99% of people have their property taxes, homeowners insurance in their monthly payment. So that's typically a no. What type of residence, right? Primary, second home, or investment property. We're doing primary. What type of property? Single family, townhouse, townhome, condo, duplex, triplex, fourplex, manufactured home. That, once again, does it all. Credit score. You choose what credit score that you believe you have. Drop that in. And then the state and county, drop that in. Here is where, if you are a vet or you're active military, you can choose this, yes, and it will bring up our VA pricing as well. So everything, once again, all here. The advanced option, it gives you an opportunity to choose a lock time frame. Again, 90% of people are 30-day. Hit close, and we're off to the races. All we do is get rates. And things are starting to happen behind the scenes. All the math and stuff is being done. Really, really simple. So we come into this, and here, in this case, there's different loan types that you can choose. Conventional, FHA, Jumbo, USDA. Obviously, we chose the conventional. It gives you loan timelines, right? 30, 20, 10, 25, and 15. And here's some filters that you can also use to filter out things. So in this case, let's say we're going to do the conventional 30-year fix, 27 rates to look at. So 27 different ways to put this together. Really, really simple. So the first interest rates that it brings up, it's calculated what it believes might be the best. Does not mean that. So what we're going to do is we're going to show all 27 rates. You can see we can get all the way down to 5.25. It is available. And then we can go all the way up to 8 1/8. So huge range, right? So when I'm putting numbers together in different options, there's really one way in which I've always done it, and I give 3 different options. We do lowest cost, we do lowest rate, and then we do something in the middle. And we do that incrementally at 25 basis points. So in this case, let's say we started at 7%, and the next level would be 6.75, right? Because it's 25% less. And the last lowest rate would be 6.5%. So you can see all of this broken down, right? So let's go back to 7% right here. Come back up here. And for this, we can start to plug in some specifics. So estimated close, we're here at the end of January 2024. So let's just say we're doing a 30-day escrow, which again, very, very typical. Say we're going to close on the 27th of February. Homeowners insurance, let's say that is approximately $150 a month, which comes to $1,800 for the year. Property taxes, I believe I've estimated that at $6,250. And the deposit on the purchase contract. So anytime you make an offer, they accept the offer, you're going to do what is called earnest money. And that will allow the seller to have confidence that you've got skin in the game to close the transaction. Usually that's about 1%. So let's say that's $5,000. Now, if there are some seller concessions, we can drop those right in here as well and make that happen. So in this case, no seller concessions. So let's calculate this out with more specific numbers. This is really, really cool. So the closing fees, right? Broken down. Here's Canopy. This is us, right? This is the cost of that loan. So if we go back up here at 7%, 0.020 times the loan amount gives us the $95. There's our processing fee, and there is our underwriting fee. Third-party fees. These are all the different fees that are third-party. They're not the lender fees. This is, you'll see, a majority of them are title. But here's the appraisal, credit report, attorney fee, survey, if we need a survey here in the state of Texas, and then all the title fees, right? And then we've got the property taxes and insurance. So here's the first, we do prepaid interest, so there's 3 days left. So we're going to collect 3 days of prepaid interest because we close at the end, or we close in February, your first house payment isn't till April. So there's no house payment in March. So that's why we do prepaid interest. Here's the property taxes and insurance. Here's the homeowner's insurance broken down with property taxes up front. And then here are the escrow accounts. So 5 months of property taxes it's collecting, homeowners insurance 3 months at $150. And then there's an aggregate adjustment because of the time frame, so it takes that into consideration. And then this is the appraisal being paid prior to, so this gets taken out as well. So we have closing costs, right? $76.65. So that comes over here to the estimated cash for closing. We have the down payment, right? 5%. Deposit on the contract, $5,000. So at the time of closing, when you go and sign the final documents, you would bring in $27,665. This allows you to come back, refine any inputs if you wanted to. Here is the monthly payment breakdown. So there's the principal and interest for the loan, mortgage insurance, homeowners insurance, property taxes. Everything right there. House payment, $4,000. So it allows you to email yourself a quote, track, and you can jump right here and apply for the loan. So again, this is at 7%. Can do the same exact thing for 6.75. All of those numbers transferred over. We're going to calculate that out. And you can see here, payment drops a little bit by about, I think, $95. And cash from borrower goes to $31,798. And then we can do the same exact thing. We come up here to 6.5. We're going to calculate that out. And again, you can see how those numbers are broken down. Payment drops to $38.47. Closing costs have gone up. So cash to close is up as well, $32,762. The great thing is when you apply, these numbers transfer over. Things don't change. There's no surprises. You will have certainty as you move forward with myself and Canopy Mortgage. So really, really simple. I'm going to include a link to my website. So please go in, check that out. And again, anytime that you've got a question of what a loan looks like, this is so good and so easy and so accurate that it has given so many of my clients over the last 4 months that I've now been with Canopy, just such a better peace of mind of what they are going to get from the start to the very end. Again, contact information here, Craig Johnson. Ask the Loan Dude. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.